Taking soundings in deep oceans was long remains a laborious in time-consuming task, and knowledge of undersea topography large considerably behind our acquaintance with the landscape of the near side of the moon over the year. Methods were improved. Acquaintance. Taking sounds in the deep oceans where the long remains in a laborious in time-consuming task, and knowledge in the undersea topography lies considerably behind your acquaintance with the landscape of the near side of the moon. Over the years, the methods were improved. The principle of cooperation is one of the things that sets conservation apart from similar activities such as lectures, debates, arguments, and meetings. Other quantities which can help define conservation include the equal distribution of speaker rights, mutual respect among speakers, spontaneity, and informality, non-business-like environment. The principle of cooperation is one of the things that sets conversations apart from similar activities such as lectures, debates, arguments, and meetings. Other qualities which can help define conservation include the equal distribution of speaker rights, mutual respect among speakers, spontaneity and informality, and non-business-like environment. The American executives, unlike the British, has no connection with the legislatures, and this lacks of coordinations between executives and legislators is one of the distinctive features of American federal government. Constitutions guarded against disqualified federal. The American executive, unlike the British, had no connection with the legislature, and this lack of coordination between executive and legislators is one of the distinguished features of American federal government. The Constitution guards against executive control by disqualification federal officials, whether civil or military, from members of the Congress. In the summer of 2006, Europe experienced drought on an unprecedented scale on the Rhine. Europe business waterways, long waters for ships to carry less cargoes and make up the lost revenue with the surcharge up to. In Italy, the Agricultural Confederations announced that the raft harvest. In the summers of 2006, Europe experienced drought in an unprecedented scale on the Rhine. Europe business waterway lost water forced ships to carry less cargoes and make up the lost revenue with a surcharge up to 50%. In Italy, the Agricultural Confederations announced that the raft harvests were lowest in the 2 decades. The history of life on Earth is filled with mystery, life and death, struggles, and bizarre plants and animals as amazing as many mythological creatures. Studying life history is one of the most fascinating and challenging parts in biology. The history of the life on Earth is filled with mystery, life and death, struggles, and bizarre plants and animals as amazing as any mythological creation. Study life history is one of the most fascinating and challenging parts of biology, and researchers go about in several ways. Blue foods is rare in nature. Food researchers said that when humans search for food, they learn to avoid toxic and spoiled objects, which were often blue, black, and purple. When food dye blue in serve to study subject, they lose appetite. Blue foods is rare in nature. Food researchers said that when humans research for food, they learn to avoid toxic and poised objects, which were often blue, black, and purple. When food dye blue is served to study subjects, they lose appetite. It's equally of something is the content. Discord is something default the difficult element. Fees is first of all the cost and deliverables for service. Student held accountable for established accounting. This covers the who, where, when of the complex. Essay should be tied with the double space on the white paper. The medical center is located near the supermarkets in the northeast. The mismatch between some things become clear. New York City is famous for its diversity. A periodical is the publications source of funding of higher education in Scotland, 1994, 2001, 2002. Endowment Service oversee fee research funding council grant millions 800 1200. The picture is about the sources in funding for higher education in Scotland. It also provides different information about category service, oversee fee research, finding council grants. I can see the picture, the minimum is 800, which can be seen in 1994. In contrast, the maximum is 1200, it can be seen in 2001. In conclusion, the picture provides different information about 4 million 1997 and 1998. Retirement from maintained school by reason illness 1998, 1999, 2005, 2006. Per measures A, retirement 5,000, more than 10,000. The pictures is about the retirement from maintained school by reason illness 1998, 1999 to 2005, 2006. It also provides difference in category about retirement, pre-measures, age. I can see the pictures. The minimum is 5,000, which can be seen is 1999. In contrast, the maximum is 2005 and 2006, which can be seen at more than 10,000. So in conclude, the pictures provide different information about provisional 2001. Proportions of trips made by Mood Sydney 2004 70 vehicle 72 order 2%. Train, bus and ferries walk only. Proportions. The pictures is about proportion of trips made by most Sydney 2004. It also provides different information about categories such as vehicle, walk-only, train, bus, and ferries. I can see in the picture the minimum E orders which can be seen at 2%. In contrast, the maximum E vehicle which can be at 72%. In conclusion, the pictures also provides important information about category vehicle, walk only 20%, 50%, 80%. In numbers of dwellings over the past 10 years. Region Sydney City, year 1994, 2004, more than 4,500, 7,600 entry numbers. 30. The pictures is about increase in the number of dwellings over the past 10 years. It also provides different information about categories such as percentage of increase in number. Sydney City. I can see in the picture the minimum is 71. It can be seen in percentage increase. In contrast, the maximum is in year 1994 is more than 4,500. So in conclusion, the picture provides different information about Sydney City Daily Wilson stock increase number 2004 1994. Evolution of success rate in Canada 2000-2003. Value successes rate is 59.4%. Maximum is 72,000. Evolution success rate. The pictures is about evolution of success rates in Canada 2000-2003. I can see the pictures. It provides different information about categories such as value, success, years, and success rate. I can see the pictures. The maximum is 70%, which can be seen in 2000. In contrast, the minimum is 59.4%, which can be seen in 2003. So in conclusion, the picture provides different information about 2000, 2001, 2002 successful rate percentage. Average class size in UK school 1994-2006. Average class size primary secondary school 28 maximum in primary, minimum is 21 in secondary. The pictures is about average class size in UK schools 1994-2006. It also provides different information about categories, average class size, primary, secondaries. I can see from the pictures the minimum is 21, which can be seen in pre-secondaries in 1994. In contrast, the maximum is 28, which can be seen in primaries, which can in 1988. So in conclusion, the pictures provide different information about primaries, average class school, UK 1999. The lectures is on about the different kind of cells. As the it also provides information about two kind of the cells. The speakers denoted that there is two different kind of cell like prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. He also denoted that the prokaryotic cells is less complicated than the eukaryotic cell. So in conclusion, this lectures is provides information about different kinds of cell bacteria and the importance of the cell in the human life. Research the possible happiness, beauties, and benefits. The lectures is about the homelessness. The speakers denoted that there is four kinds of of homelessness: a cost solution, corporate benefits, communication support. In addition, she also denoted that how communication respond to the homelessness. And so in conclusion, she revealed some benefits of supporting program to resolve the homelessness. In conclusion, the speakers provide different information about homelessness and gives the solution how to solve this problem. Dan, Dan, Dandelion. Yeah. Dandelion, dandelion, dandelion contains 2,000 pieces. The lectures is about dandelion tree. The speakers also did notice that this plant contains 2,000 pieces of the plants, and he also mentioned that this can be used as a medical plants. In addition, she also mentioned about the classic knowledge about this plant. So in conclusion, this lecture is about how we can use people the plan to kill the other people by the dandelion. Four times. Four times. Dry weather. Dry weather. Direction medication. Direction medications. Before sleeping. Before sleeping. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. In the land. In the land. In the kitchen. In the kitchen. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know. I don't know.